In one of the most horrifying crimes that shook Lebanon, a man named Hussein Fadel suddenly disappeared without a trace. He left behind nothing but unanswered questions and deep anxiety within his family. As the police began their investigation, chilling secrets started to unravel, details that the human mind could barely comprehend. On July 22, 2013, a man named Hassan walked into a police station to report that his brother, Hussein, had been missing for 2 days. He told them that Hussein had left for work as usual on July 20th, but never came back. Neighbors knew nothing. Hospitals hadn't received anyone matching his description. It was as if the earth had swallowed him whole. The police launched an immediate investigation. They questioned Hussein's wife, Nadia, and his sons, Hassan, 18, and Ali, 17. They confirmed that they were asleep that morning and Hussein had left early for work. His daughter, Noor, and youngest son were staying at their uncle's house that night. None of them had seen him. The police considered several possibilities: abduction, escape, maybe even travel. Meanwhile, the family, especially Nadia and the children, appeared on multiple TV shows, publicly criticizing the police for not doing enough to find Hussein. Media pressure mounted, but despite all efforts, there was still no trace of him. Nadia, recalling the last months of their marriage, began to suspect he had run off with another woman, especially after their frequent arguments and his expressed desire to marry a second wife. He had also been taking large sums of money without explaining where they were going. Time dragged on painfully. 45 days passed since his disappearance. Just as hope was starting to fade, a breakthrough emerged. That day, the police received a report about a young man named Anas, who had been speaking openly about a friend who recently killed someone. The police immediately tracked down Anas and arrested him on September 9th. He was found in a bizarre scene. Hair dyed, holding a beer bottle, sitting on a motorcycle. In questioning, Anas denied knowing Hussein Fadel, but his behavior was suspicious. After several interrogations, he finally cracked. He told them that his friend, Mohammed Awan, was the real killer. Not only that, Mohammed had tried multiple times to get Anas involved in the crime, but he had always refused. One night, while drunk, Mohammed confessed the entire story to him. The police detained Anas and focused on locating Mohammed. They had no address, no job information, nothing. The only lead was that he lived somewhere in the same neighborhood. After intense searching and local inquiries, they finally located his home and arrested him. During interrogation, Mohammed appeared extremely nervous and disoriented, which raised even more suspicion. When asked about Hussein, he initially denied knowing him. But then he admitted knowing Hussein's sons, Hassan and Ali. That raised eyebrows. How could he know the sons but not the father, especially when he had been visiting their home? The more the investigators pressed, the more his story began to fall apart. Eventually, under mounting pressure, Mohammed broke down and confessed. Yes, he had killed Hussein. But the most chilling twist was yet to come. When asked about his motive, why he destroyed a man's life, a family's future, and caused his brother so much grief, he responded with words that shocked everyone in the room. "I wasn't alone. Nadia, his wife, and his sons, Hassan and Ali, they helped me kill him." And with that, the case turned from a mere murder into a dark family mystery, one tangled in betrayal, blood, and secrets. No one could have imagined that the killer had been inside the family all along. He was sleeping. And that's when they decided to kill him. The plan was orchestrated by Syed Hassan, with the help of both Ali and Hassan. From the beginning, the intention was murder. They had hidden the tools, chosen the day, and waited for the right moment. Once the horrifying truth came to light, the police acted immediately. That same night, they raided Hussein's house to prevent any chance of escape. Ali was the first to be arrested. He had tried to run as soon as he saw them approaching. Nadia was also arrested shortly after, but Hassan was nowhere to be found. When questioned, Nadia said he was still at work and would return around 1 a.m. The police set up an ambush in his garage and at the end of the street. Sure enough, at 1:30 a.m., Hassan arrived on his motorbike. As soon as he stepped into the garage, officers surrounded and arrested him. At the station, all three told the same story, in chilling detail. No one denied the crime. No one tried to blame the other. That left only one haunting question. How could a missing person case involve 5 different people? What kind of man was Hussein to make all of this happen? Nadia claimed she did it because Hussein was violent. She said he once hit their daughter, Noor, who was only 12, with a plate. She also suspected him of cheating and accused him of taking their money that came from Hassan, his own son, who supported the household. Day after day, anger and resentment grew inside them all. And then came the 20th. Hussein returned home from work exhausted and asked Nadia for a cup of coffee. She made it, laced it with a sedative, and gave it to him. As soon as he drank it, he began to lose consciousness. Nadia climbed on top of him. Then Mohammed and Hassan entered, each holding a knife. They stabbed him in the neck. When Hussein began to make noise, Nadia smothered him with a pillow. Ali joined in, continuing to stab him until Hassan could no longer bear to watch and stepped away. After delivering about 35 stab wounds, they dragged his body to the bathroom, where they sawed it into pieces with a hacksaw, because the knife wasn't sharp enough. The body parts were then divided into 8 bags. Nadia stayed behind to clean up the scene, while the others dumped the bags in different locations. Some in the river, some in fields, and others in the trash. Despite these horrifying details, what shocked the police the most was the calm demeanor of Nadia, Ali, and Hassan. They spoke without tears, no remorse, no hesitation. But there was still one mystery left. If the family claimed abuse as the reason, what was in it for Mohammed? Why would he help them? The answer was both simple and disturbing. Mohammed was in a secret relationship with Nadia. He used to visit the house while Hassan was at work, and they would sleep together. It was then that everything started to make sense. All Nadia's complaints about Hussein, the violence, the betrayal, mirrored her own actions. She was the one who betrayed him. She was the one who plotted the murder. And this was confirmed by Noor, Hussein's daughter, who told police that her father was a kind man. He had never laid a hand on her or her siblings. "I'm Noor," she said in tears, "Hussein Fadel's daughter. I will never forgive you, Hassan. Not for what you did to my father. Not for what you did to our family. You destroyed his life. And ours. You call yourself his son? You're a disgrace." She wasn't alone. Even Hussein's sister spoke out, saying that Nadia was the aggressive one, that she had changed in recent months, and that Hussein had never behaved the way Nadia claimed. But perhaps the darkest twist came when Hassan, unwilling to go to prison alone, dropped another bombshell. He told police that what happened to his father had also happened to their aunt Samira, and that the family had covered it up. According to him, Samira had been killed by her own cousin 32 years ago during a family argument. She was only 12 at the time. The family never reported it. They buried her quickly and claimed she had repented and died suddenly. The police, stunned by the confession, reopened that cold case. But it was clear. Hassan's motive was revenge, to drag his entire family into the darkness with him. As for Nadia, Mohammed, Ali, and Hassan, they will spend the rest of their lives behind bars. A tangled, horrifying case. where a wife killed her husband just to live the rest of her life with her lover, who was the same age as her sons. A story of betrayal, deception, and blood.